say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see, the Judicials taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Season underway as toe meets leather. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Judicials offense will have the football first. A lot of times you run into these types of matchups, high-powered offense, big-time team against an opponent that's likely overmatched. So how do they keep this thing from getting ugly?
Well, everyone's going to have to elevate their level of play here defensively to have any chance in this one. And I'll tell you the hard part about stopping this offense, David, it's what Chip Kelly used to always say. It's a nameless, faceless opponent. They don't care who you are. They don't care what your record is. This offense comes out, and they are trying to embarrass you.
Well, the good thing is for this defense, it's been talked about all week, right? Like, you're not good enough. This is a high-powered offense. Like, the players' attention are fully caught, right? They know exactly what they're going against.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
And the Judicials send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Here's the punt, and it is not a very good one. A short punt. Hauls it in at the 40. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. So the Clemson Tigers offense headed on to the field. Our first look at them today. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with one of the nation's best.
Yeah, and this receiver always wants the ball. He especially wants it, though, today, considering what he's up against. He told us coming into this game that he should be able to dominate and get a lot of looks. This defense is going to have to find ways creatively to get this guy matched up and covered. They're probably not going to be able to do it with just one guy with that corner out there, David, because this receiver is a difference maker.
No, and this isn't a great secondary, but they're going to have to play a great game. And this challenge is big because he's a superstar.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And 3rd and long, and the offense goes with a little play action. I don't know why the threat of the run. I'm not scared by that. You can tell the defense doesn't honor it, doesn't buy it, flies by the line, gets to the quarterback, gets the big 3rd down stop.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. On the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. A run for the quarterback. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The Judicials decide to punt it away. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And the Judicials will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and short kick. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And the returner goes down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. We've got a very low number beside your name. You're going to get everybody's best shot, and that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
Back to pass, it's Klubnik. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls it and fires to the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got him! That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They just keep firing. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. He'll pull it on the read. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Boise State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to LSU. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's McGee. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it first and 10 at the 31. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Defense picks it up. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Shoots it to the left. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Caught over the middle, it's Smith. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And it's right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, sudden change situation. Got to give this defense credit. Their offense just turned it over. They held tight. They didn't allow a touchdown. They forced their opponent to take a field goal. Nice job.
That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above Howard's Rock.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. He unleashes a long one. It's caught. Finds some room. He's at the tip, and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
And a really nice job by the quarterback. He drops back. He knows where he's going with the football. You can tell. He sees this guy coming from left to right, running that post down the middle of the field, throws it. Perfect timing to his receiver. He catches the football, takes it into the end zone.
On to attempt to try. With the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They'll start the drive, read option left. And they snuffed out that play from the start. He probably should have given the ball to the back. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Kick is in the air. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. He's got it. Touchdown, Tiger! And the route is on.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game 1 going exactly how they scripted.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Looking for blockers. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. They'll go to the toss. There he goes. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
The Judicials have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Motion from the back. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's O'Neal. And this one will be stopped for no gain. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the catch. It's Schwartz. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. They boot it away on 4th down. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Under fire. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. Trying play action. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking deep down the right side. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. Great place to start for this offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Absolutely perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run the option. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. And the Judicials come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And this offense, man, they just can't get out of their own way. Like, they've got a 0 on the scoreboard already. Now turning the football over late in the game. When you're down, they've got to find a way to make something good happen on that side of the football.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Give to the back. Jukes his way for more. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under